rocking and rolling.
So what you think about this blending of hip-hop and martial arts as one? What you think about it? You think it's a good idea?
Hasn't hip-hop always been a part of martial arts? I thought it was always a part of martial arts. Did somebody do something new? No, you know it's a great idea. It all goes together. Hip-hoppers, martial arts, breakdancing, wushu, extreme martial arts, it's all been tied in together for years.
Number one, hip-hop, martial arts has the same drive that each other has strived for from the very beginning of hip-hop, from the very beginning of martial arts in America. In the 60s and 70s, it was small, slow. People didn't understand it. It was karate chop. It was Dick Tracy and Jiu-Jitsu. Hip-hop, same thing. You know, it started to get to the game. It's a way of communicating. And hip-hop has come a long way because the communication you have there is the kind of communication that you would have in anything that's poetic. Martial art is the same thing, poetic. It's poetic with your body, poetic with your mind. Hip-hop's the same thing. And I think both of them had the same roots as time went on to try to have other people, the outside people that don't have any idea how that works and what the message is physically and mentally. I don't think they understood that at all. And both of them have that same destiny in the future. I think both of them are growing rapidly. Both of them are understood a lot more by the general public. The youth of America is starting to listen to hip-hop in a different light. They're starting to understand what it really means. It's no different than educating your son or your daughter in a certain way, shape, or form that you're used to educating when they go to school. Hip-hop educates you in a different format. Martial arts does the same thing. It educates you physically and mentally to understand who you are, understand how to do things. If you're going to be a musician, if you're going to be a corporate executive, if you're going to be a transit cop, it doesn't matter. It does teach you that. So martial arts does teach that, and hip hop does the same thing. You have to have discipline to do it. You have to have an insight on where you're going with it. You have to have a poetic understanding of what it means, and martial arts is the same thing. Discipline, self-control, self-esteem, all that, both of those industries, if you look at them, have the same elements in it. It's a matter of the person wanting to fulfill everything that he or she really dreams of fulfilling in those particular industries. That's what I feel about both of those particular industries. They both have the same track, they both have the same road.
That's my Saturday.
Yeah, that was tight. That was tight.
What you think about the hip-hop stuff?
I love it. You guys need to come to Miami. That's what you need to do.
The only thing that was missing there was my rhythm. That's the only thing. It was beautiful. Beautiful show, and I want to see you guys keeping on with that good work.
Elon, Ms. Kathy, I got a question for you. What we're trying to do is find out, what does martial arts and hip-hop have in common, in your opinion?
In my opinion, as a 5-time world kickboxing champion, the music that inspired me the most and allowed me to free myself and my rap. You know, those were the two, especially hip-hop, because it's got a good beat to it, it's lively, it's something I can really relate to as far as movement. You know, and hip-hop and dancing and kickboxing and martial arts all require a lot of movement and a lot of freedom in that regard.
You put the tires in that car to drive in the right direction, and people can understand both of those industries the way that they should be understood. That's how I feel.
Washington metropolitan area. I'm here in California with Master Willie, but he would like for me to say a few things about hip-hop and martial arts. Well, I think they're both a great art, and in fact, it's funny that you asked me that question because I have some of my students who are implementing some of the hip-hop moves as well as the music into a lot of the open-end musical forms that we do. So yeah, I think it is maybe a new wave of, I'm not sure if it's going to be called hip-hop martial arts, but it's something there, and it's going to come out, and martial arts is probably taking a new turn, and it's going to be something that's going to be more dynamic and exciting for the future.
Hi, how y'all doing? I'm Pedro Miguel Arce. I have been in Disney films with Lindsay Lohan, Confession of a Drama Queen. I am also in Land of the Dead, George Romero's newest zombie film. I'm also in the upcoming Get Rich or Die Trying with 50 Cent and Terrence Howard. And some other stuff before. Did some stunt work in Exit Wounds and TV shows, commercials.
Do you think that hip hop and martial arts are connected somehow? How do the two of them influence one another?
I think there's definitely a connection there. I think there's so many similarities between the two. Like Bruce Lee would always say, it's like everybody's art, it's their own, it's self-expression, it's an art. Hip-hop is an art, and not anybody's hip-hop is the same. You can have two people saying the same thing. Everybody's got a different voice, everybody's got a different flow. You can have the same technique performed by two different people, and it's a different flow that they have. You got to make it your own. Just as martial arts, you make it your own. Whatever flow you have, whatever beats are coming out, are your own.
I'm here with Miss Shannon Lee, Bruce Lee's daughter, wonderful daughter. You all know about my life. You know if it wasn't for Bruce Lee's example, I would not be the person I am today. And it is such an honor to be right here interviewing her. Some of the questions that I asked for her, that I want to ask her is, how does she feel as though her dad has influenced so many people in the music industry? Have you had a chance to talk to anyone that tells you that your dad has set an incredible example for them and inspired them to tap into music, dance?
Yeah. You know, I haven't talked to that many people who are in the music know that he's been a huge influence, and I think it's amazing and terrific. And I've even read online where, you know, he influenced a lot of dance moves and break dance moves and stuff like that, which I think is great. You know, the thing about my dad was he was a dancer, you know, and I think what made him so amazing to watch on screen is that he had that fluid, graceful, you know, movement and capability that he could bring to the martial arts. So he was so fluid and so graceful, and it was like a dance when you watched him, you know. But then he was also incredibly powerful, and he had so much charisma. And I think that, you know, it's a natural fit to bring it to dance and music. And I just think it's terrific that so many people are influenced.
That's big.
Hey, listen. How does hip hop and martial arts?
I tell you, they're both amazing sports that you can do. If you can hip hop really good, it just totally impresses everyone. If you can do martial arts good. So if you put those two together, man, you know, you got it on. What's my name? I'm Cynthia Rothrock.
And you're the great one, right?
From San Jose, California, and I'm Matt Garcia from Colorado. And the question was, how does hip hop and martial arts blend together? Well, from my aspect, I think it goes together. Rhythm is found in both martial arts and in hip hop. But when you blend those two things together, you can make wonderful music. Whether it's martial arts moves, hip hop dancing, or there's martial arts music, or hip hop. Everything comes together and makes one big force, and everything's going to be great. That's a Shaolin groove right there.
You know, I have to say it's all about the youth. You know, they're both about the young people of today and how positive can we be. And both industries have come up with you know, martial arts, hip hop industry, both about bringing up our youth in a positive way.
My name is Lee Reyes, part of the Ernie Reyes World Martial Arts Action Team. I've been martial arts for 24 years.
Okay. Who wants some hip hop to ring was one?
See, to me, the common denominator in martial arts and hip hop is the soul. You see what I'm saying? And in martial arts, at the highest level, you got the expression of the individual soul and their self and their spirit. Movement to the physical movement, and through the physical movement, it's an expression and manifestation of who you really are, which is the spiritual being, and the opportunity to express all of that. And that's what Bruce Lee was talking about back in the day. The thing about hip-hop is basically the same thing. You have people emotionally connected to what it is that they're saying, to their sense of truth and their perception, and they're expressing that spiritually through their soul, whatever it is that they got to get off their chest or express. And so to me, hip-hop and martial arts are very much the same thing, and they go very much together, because at the core truth of what it's really all about, it's about expressing through emotion who it is that you are in your soul, in your core truth, in your heart. And that's what martial arts is.
About the martial arts?
I liked it. Very good. Willie the Band was the best.
What's up with the hip hop and the martial arts, Mike?
I think that you put perfectly the ingredients of both, phenomenal. Direction, great. The direction you need to go to help these kids today. And that's the one thing that I admire, is the fact that, you know, when you're putting an ingredient together, that's more important than an ingredient that's negative. That's a positive ingredient. Understand? You can't put sugar where salt belongs, you can't put salt where sugar belongs. You're putting the ingredient in the proper place.
Hi, my name is Matt Mullins, and I think it's sort of they work together because they both have they got flavor to it. And they both come from you know, sort of a traditional background. They took on an old life of itself. They actually step out of the ordinary and it's a little bit different, man. It's always fresh. It's always changing. A lot of people get to express themselves by what they do. So the two merging together only enhances what everybody's doing.
Gymnastics, acrobatics, martial arts, all incorporated together. Toured with Ringling Brothers Circus from like about 1981 to 83. Me and my brothers, 4 brothers and my father, we all, he trained us doing acrobatics, kung fu, taekwondo, capoeira, kupagana and gumi, and we traveled all over the world competing in martial arts, doing acrobatics, doing all the halftimes for the NBA, Cirque du Soleil, a lot of things of that nature. Now we're in the process of starting our own hip-hop circus, and that's going to be the next level, because the circus is something that everyone loves, but everyone is tired of the normal vaudeville music and orchestra stuff, so we're trying to bring more of an urban type of circus to the inner cities and mix it with the martial arts and the breakdance and everything that way, and we can basically just change the way entertainment is. If you look at hip-hop now, they said, that it was going to be a fad, and now it's the largest music industry in the industry. It makes more money than rock and roll, classical, any form of music. And if you look at the media now, every commercial has some type of hip-hop music behind it, or the style or the way the direction is. It's all coming from hip-hop. And now you look at martial arts, is I say America has been fascinated with martial arts for since the Bruce Lee days, and now we're just trying to bring it together, trying to let them know that we're gonna run martial arts, we're gonna run music, and the only thing y'all can do is just sit back and be entertained, because we're gonna do what we're gonna do regardless, And I look at it as it's a blessing to be in this position. And
black belt in Kempo. I was reading the book, The BAM, and I was trying to do that jailhouse workout. 15 minutes of the jailhouse workout, I couldn't take it, man. It was awesome. I was trying to do it. I'm still trying to do it now, and it's it's hard, man. It's mentally, physically, extraneously, real pain. But when you accomplish it, you got something to do good in life. That'll teach you.
Not much, sir.
So I got martial arts. How did the two go one in one? Go hand in hand. Talk to me.
Well, the blending of martial arts and hip-hop has always been there. You have my man Marco back in the days, always, done good with the hip-hop. Our boy Butch, helping the blending in a little easier. He's incorporating the guys like the tricksters, the average just b-boy, that guy, So now people are getting the whole taste of things when they go to a club or something. They see a dude throw a trick, they're like, oh man, that's nice. They see a guy do something with his b-boy skills, they're like, okay. So that whole thing brings hip-hop back into the light all together. So I think it's a real positive thing for all of us. Martial arts, tricksters, b-boys, hip-hop artists, whatever you want to do, it's all good right now.
You think it can be bigger than M1?
I think it can be bigger than M1. Yeah. Because we're more accessible to the people. We're right here with the people. We're not in a little court running around something, People can do what we can with just a little bit of patience and training. M1, those guys are talented, fine. We're talented too, but we're accessible to the people. And that's what they got to remain accessible to.
Kid Carmichael Simon, National International Forums Champion, Liu Kang Mortal Kombat Live Tour, and Kid Carmichael WMAC Masters. Just here representing Junior Institute and Charlie Lee at the World Series of Martial Arts. Hope you guys have a nice show, enjoy the footage, and give much love to the BAM on the back. Tonight we're going to do a little bit of performance, integration of martial ballet, the next level, the evolution of where Junior and his philosophy has taken it. We're going to take it to the modern day and age of hip-hop, and what we're going to do is we're going to remix it. We're going to show a little bit of the rebirth of Carmichael Simon and the introduction of Authority and/or Living Legends. So we're gonna bring it on to the modern age and incorporate the hip hop.
Boom, bam, boom, boom, bam. I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna hit him with Little Wave. Actually, not even the wave. I'm gonna hit him with